there is a continuum from music to language.
Neuropsychologist Howard Gardner.
There's some things that one would call purely musical, like pure tones. There's some things that one would call purely linguistic, like syntax or phonology. But there's a gray area in between. And nature doesn't brook any complete discontinuities, and you can produce sounds which really are on the border of language and music. And in fact, there's even neuropsychological evidence to suggest that you can take the same sound, and if you present it in a linguistic context, it will be heard as language, let's say a vowel. But if you present it in a musical context, it will be heard as music. And that's a sign that the nervous system itself can introduce a bias in the interpretation of a signal, which will determine, so to speak, whether it's treated as a left hemisphere language kind of information or right hemisphere musical kind of information.
Composer John Cage.
And if you don't understand a language and hear a poem in it, I think your tendency would be to listen to it as though it were music. In other words, music is something which we don't understand, but we experience. If we understand it, we're not so certain that it's music. We think it might be poetry.
Tu for Marion, tu for te lusk, tu for te lemet, nad te shunk leels, tu for siad nad hiskint, I have nosjedef, sith tumkos, for zwar rofoyu, nuisteting titel for ti tatamite, esseth era royu losims, royo urte canfisigans, hotug thiner for suquentineth, thiner for suquen wo te sulping larity, for iam elov dol noe iad mekobe, a ronconai for Rembrandt Remick, a save rof royo daffod mobile, a raxed raj for Urigo, a bombed shooped up, two of Marion, two of Taylor.
According to John Cage, if you don't understand a poem, it must be music. This poem gradually undergoes a metamorphosis. If it begins as music, it ends as a poem.
And the conch shell, out of days and nights, I have noshiative, this costume of words for you, nwistating little of it at a time. These are your symbols, your true canfisigants, though neither of us knew it then, neither of us knew how the pulsing reality of my love would one day become a ronconai of Rembrandt Remick, a vase for your faded bloom, a cracked jar of rouge, a tomb, pushed up out of memory, out of the skull, out of the helmet and the conch shell, out of days and nights. I have fashioned this costume of words for you, untwisting little of it at a time. These are your symbols, your true significance, though neither of us knew it then, neither of us knew how the pulsing reality of my love would one day become a container of remembrance, a vase for your faded bloom, a cracked jar of rouge, a tomb.
The poem Dédicace, written and recited by Canadian composer R. Murray Schafer.